make a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
We're now joined by number 6 ranked UFC heavyweight Alistair Overeem. Our first question goes to Gabriel Gonzalez with Gateside Press.
Hey, Alistair. So, quite a lot going on. I want to start with something outside of this Saturday's event. I have to ask you about your old teammate. You've not only moved up from 205 to heavyweight yourself, but you've also trained with Jon Jones. How do you think Jon will do at heavyweight?
I think it's a great addition to the heavyweight division. I'm actually excited. Oh.
Is that him?
I don't know who this is, but I think I need to take this. 1 second. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, shoot. Sorry.
Jon Jones moving up to heavyweight. How does it
I'm
feel?
excited. Fresh blood. I trained with him. He's very capable. He's tough. He's good. So I'm excited about that development.
As a contender in the division, what's it like for you to see all this news? Jon moving up, maybe Brock Lesnar's coming back. I mean, you're right in the mix of this. What's it like to be an observer?
I don't really pay attention because I got my fight booked. As far as Brock goes, I don't really think he's coming back. I was wrong the last time, though.
I gotta ask you, we did speak to Derek Lewis a few weeks ago, talking about he was offered the fight. Very bluntly, what's your side of the story on whether or not the fight was offered with Derek?
I didn't get any offer because I would take that fight. Why would I not take Derek Lewis? So he's lying or he's misinformed. One of the two.
Everybody's talking about, this is the one last run. I see you, you're kind of sharing those tweets when the UFC posts them. I mean, you look like you're doing great. You seem like you're in a good mood this fight week. Does this still feel like the last, your last run, Alistair?
Well, last run means last couple of fights, right? Let's not forget I'm 40. Just turned 40, I know. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it still, but I also believe that, I'm getting a little bit old, I guess. Old and wise.
Is there anything you do in particular knowing it's your last few fights? Like, do you talk with the guys in the gym a little longer after training? Anything like that, just to enjoy it?
Not really. Maybe, if people need it, yes, but otherwise, no.
Business as usual, then?
Mm-hmm.
Final question. What is your assessment of Augusto Sakai as an opponent?
He's a tough guy, tough kid. Up-and-coming kid. Up-and-coming kid, so it's going to be a good fight, good scrap.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Jay Anderson with Gateside Press.
Thanks very much. And Alistair, first of all, I wanted to ask, the last fight with Walt was kind of a weird situation because you were basically the bad guy through no fault of your own. There's a big groundswell of support because of everything he'd been through. Is it kind of nice to just have a normal fight where everything's business as usual here?
Well, I just see the sport anyways. So was it a bad guy? Maybe I was, but I kind of tried to approach the sport, and then it's not all that bad, I think.
And absolutely, you're a total professional going in. It's just one of those situations, right? Augusto here, he's not a household name yet, but he's put together a really decent run in recent years. How familiar were you with Sakai heading into this?
I think I've seen him fight once or twice. Not too familiar, but up and coming guy, right? We need fresh blood, and he's one of those fresh guys, young guys coming up. Tough, willing to fight anybody, anytime. So I'm excited about the fighting prospect, new blood.
And over the course of your career, like you said, you just hit 40. You've been in the sport for a long time through multiple promotions. You fought essentially multiple generations of fighters in that time, and he's one of the new wave, I guess you could say. Have you seen differences between those waves of fighters and how they approach the sport, maybe how they train, the techniques they use?
I think the it always gets better as training methods improve, strength condition improves, everything improves. So the new waves are better, or they should be better.
What's been the key to keeping pace with them in your case then?
I don't know. Just keep doing your thing, right? And keep developing with them. And yeah, I don't know. Just keep doing your thing.
And I know you said you were excited for Jon Jones to arrive in the division, but as someone who is trying to work his way back to a title shot, is it frustrating at all that he could potentially jump the line, right into perhaps the winner of Stipe and Francis?
I'm not too worried about that. I just focus on the task at hand. And with that being said, I just need to focus on winning my fights. And then I believe I'm going to get what I want.
If your career were to end without another shot at that title fight, would you feel it would be complete, or is this something that you're willing to stick around as long as it takes to get that one last shot?
Nah, I won't stick around as long as it takes. Probably gonna do a couple more fights, and then it is what it is.
All right. Well, looking forward to them. Looking forward to the fight this weekend. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Our next question goes to Dennis Segura with MMA Junkie.
Talked about how this is your last run at the title. How long do you expect that run to be? I mean, you get a victory here on Saturday. How far do you think you are from fighting for the belt?
I think 1 or 2 wins away from a belt or an interim belt or whatever.
And if you were to lose, would you want to keep fighting, since it would be rough to find a sort of a path back to that last run, or is it something are you going to keep fighting until you lose?
Yeah, I don't know yet, but most likely I'll finish on my contract. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And right now, the heavyweight division is very interesting, obviously, with Jon Jones moving up, Stipe being champion. You say, after this, it could be a fight or two, and you're up there. In your mind, who do you expect to fight for the belt if you get there? Who do you think will be champion?
I have no idea, right? Yeah, I have no idea. I've not even thought that far.
Yeah. And does it give you some sort of focus? I mean, you're a veteran. You've been around the sport for a really long time. Knowing that this is the last run, has it given you sort of an extra focus, or sort of what's the feel knowing that sort of the end is near for your storied MMA career?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, what does it feel like? Yeah, I don't know. It will be a big shift, right? Because I've been competing for so long. It will be a big change for me to finally hanging them up. But I don't know. My focus has just been on regular stuff, training, getting ready for the fight, injury prevention. That's a huge one. But yeah, indeed, it will be a big change, and we're gonna focus on. We're gonna have to focus on entirely new stuff. So that will be exciting. But yeah.
Yeah. And what's sort of been the decision behind of thinking okay, it's getting time, it's getting close to the time to hang up the gloves. Is it just the thing where age or health? What exactly has determined that you're near the end here? Because you're still very competitive, and you're obviously one of the bigger names in the division and the sport.
Yeah, I know, but my first fight was in 1997. That's 23 years ago. And I don't know. I just had an epiphany that said 10 fights. That was 6 fights ago. So we got 4 fights left. And I don't know. I tend to listen to my epiphanies. I also believe it's a dangerous sport. I also believe you shouldn't. I've been doing it for so long. Basically a triple career, if you will. Right? Let's say career is usually 8 to 10 years. While I've been doing it, then if I do a couple more fights, 24, 25 years, and that'll be enough.
Yeah. And recently there was news that Brock Lesnar might come back to MMA. You obviously fought him. It was a huge fight. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think he actually comes back to MMA, and do you think it's a good idea? I mean, he's been away from the sport for such a long time. I mean, you've said it, you've witnessed the division evolve. Do you think it'd be a good idea for him to come back to mixed martial arts?
I don't think he's going to come back, but I was wrong the first time because he did make a comeback already against Mark Hunt. But I, to be honest, I don't think he's going to come back. Is it a good idea? I mean, it's up to him. How old is he? 43. I just don't see him coming back because his last comeback was kind of messy. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. All right, Alistair. Well, good luck on Saturday. Looking forward to the fight.
Thanks, man.
Our next question is from Augusto Sakai with Samus MMA.
Alistair, how are you?
Good, are you?
Alistair, you have a ton of experience. You have lived a lot of things in this sport. But if you had to rank the craziest things that happened to you in your career, where would you put the fights during the pandemic?
The pandemic is not all that bad, right? Right now, it's kind of like business as usual. The only thing is there's no fans. It's a little bit more quiet and calm. In the beginning of the pandemic, it was kind of end of the world and everybody was panicking a little bit. But in the end, it was not all that bad, right? Compared to what the news made you believe it was going to be. So where do I rate this? Average. It's right in the middle.
Yeah,
I've been through.
You're getting used to this new normality in the fight week.
Well, it is my second fight. It's a little bit different than last fight, May 16. But no, it's all good to me. I'm not stressed.
Okay, I'm talking about the fight. What you should watch out for Augusto Sakai?
Well, he's dangerous. He puts a lot of pressure. He's like a tank. He can take a shot. So I just need to fight my fight, and I need to not fight his fight.
And this is going to be Sakai's first 5-round fight. So would you try to make it a long fight and take him to the later rounds, or do you think you have an advantage there?
Taking him to deep waters. No. I think the longer the fight goes, the more advantage I have. Cardio and shape is excellent. So, let's see what it brings.
And if everything goes right on Saturday, would you like to come back to the octagon?
When?
When would you come back to the octagon? Would you like to have another fight this year? Maybe
February. Yeah, okay. Probably December, January, February.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good luck Saturday.
Very good.
And we'll take our last set of questions from Pablo Santamaria with Notima, Ecuador.
All right.
Hey, hello, Alistair. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. The first thing I want to ask you is, do you think you are better than Augusto in every area of the game, or do you think he's better in some areas?
No, I think I'm better than him everywhere, but it's also about fight style. Style makes fights. I need to fight my fight. I need to do my thing, and then I have full confidence it will all be in my. It will be okay.
Okay, you said that you've trained with Jon Jones, and if UFC offers you to welcome him to the heavyweight division, will you do it or not?
Yes, I would do it. I think it's a great fight. I would feel honored.
Okay, and what's your prediction for the fight? Knockout, decision, submission?
I'll finish Augusto Sakai knockout or submission within 2 rounds.
Okay, so you're a legend of the game, so would you like to send a message for your Latin American fans or your Ecuadorian fans that are training MMA so they can achieve what you've done in all your career?
All right, to all my Latin American fans, I love your support and keep rocking.
Okay, thank you very much, Alistair, and good luck on Saturday.
All right.
That's all we have for you today, Alistair. Thank you.
All right. Peace, King.
Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP Post Fight for all your weekly martial arts news.